prediction about the impact on the lives of the survivors. But I would say at this stage that in terms of a full public inquiry, the CAA has conducted a thorough review. It's made important recommendations. We need to give those organisations time to take those recommendations. And we are making sure that those address the concerns of the industry.
Order. Topical questions. Tom Greatrex.
Topical one, sir.
Mr. Speaker, the announcement, may I just update the House on a few matters that my department has been involved in since the last topical questions. Mr. Speaker, the announcement of the first $6 billion of growth deal projects on Monday included a raft of transport schemes across the country, with money being spent on schemes determined by local priorities to boost local economic growth. This landmark investment comes after our allocation in June of an extra £200 million to local authorities to fix potholes. Since last transport questions, the Department has also signed a contract with Virgin Trains for rail services on the West Coast Main Line, providing an extra 1,000 seats. And at the beginning of the week, we announced £53 million to be spent on improving Wi-Fi access on trains, enabling passengers to receive seamless mobile broadband connections.
Tom Greatrex.
Thank you very much. I thank the Minister for that reply. He will, I'm sure, be aware that it's very important, and particularly cross-border, that we maximise the use of rail freight in this country. But I note that the East Coast invitation to tender document states that there is no requirement to protect capacity for freight on a key section of that line. Will he confirm that that's the case? And as part of this rushed privatisation of East Coast Main Line, he's making it much harder for freight to access this network.
Minister.
The honourable gentleman, unfortunately, has failed to also read what's gone on with the upgrades to the other part of the freight line, which will ensure that all of those freight services still operate and there will be no diminution of service for freight operators north-south.
Mr. Mark Harper.